What is up, guys? Thank you for joining me. I am going to be doing a little bit of a reaction video of sorts. I've already seen this video, but I think it's hilarious. Basically what it is, it's actually a YouTube channel called Man Carrying Thing. If you haven't checked it out already, you should. Really funny, does awesome with comedy. And I saw this video today, and I just knew I had to react to it, and definitely agree with some of the things that he says, but also think I can bust some myths along the way. Let's watch it.
Hey, buddy, hey, do you need some AI? We've got some artificial generative, all that good stuff. You need some AI.
I own a plumbing company.
That's fine. Do you have an app?
No, we have a Facebook page no one's edited in 5 years, as God intended.
Sure, but AI is rapidly growing and your business will be left behind if you don't jump on the bandwagon early.
Can AI clear from a clogged toilet?
AI could write the invoice, whatever.
Okay. Great. I love this. One of the reasons I love this is because it's not that far off. There's a lot of boomer generation that owns service businesses or home service businesses or like a plumbing business, right? Not all of them are boomers, I get it. And not all plumbing businesses are like this. But what can AI really do? It can't unclog a toilet. It can't go out and do labor, at least not yet. And I think it really is a myth that AI can't benefit a business like a plumbing business. Now, not every plumbing business would want this, but I just want to give you an example. Let's call this company ABC Plumbing, right? So we have ABC Plumbing, and ABC Plumbing is a middle-sized business. They've been in business for 20 years, and they have a bunch of employees. Let's call this employee's name Sally. As you can see, she's really happy and stoked to be at ABC Plumbing. She's been there for a long time. And let's say that one of the jobs that she has is to take phone calls. That's a macaroni phone here. And she takes phone calls. And these phone calls are service calls. I want service, or I have plumbing issues, whatever it might be. And she spends a good amount of time taking these calls, right? Now, one person might come in and they might say, hey, Mr. Business Owner, I'm the AI guy. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to help you save a bunch of money. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to implement this AI bot here, and you're going to simply just be able to have it take all of your calls, and then boom, you can fire Sally and save whatever salary that is a month and give it to me, and we'll give you more solutions, right? So this is approach number one, which I am not particularly fond of, as you can imagine. And I think one of the biggest things that we have to recognize here is that Sally probably has some other jobs. Let's say that part of Sally's job is, right, she does maybe a little bit of bookkeeping on the side. We'll call that B. And maybe she even helps with some of the marketing. She creates some flyers, or she, who knows, maybe she updates the website or something like that, right? She does all of these little things, and maybe on the side, she does whatever it might be, X. The thing is that if we do come in and we say, okay, hey, let's implement AI, a very simple, for example, a voice AI bot. This is level one, basic stuff. We do that, and our goal is not to eliminate Sally, but to save time, money, and energy with this solution. And what this is going to do is imagine a world where instead of us firing Sally, or the goal was to just cut costs, instead we could get Sally more time spent in whatever tasks that actually require her. Bookkeeping and marketing isn't a great example. Bookkeeping, a lot of that some of it can be done with AI, but just for the simplicity of the example, she could spend more time and energy on their bookkeeping, maybe their payroll, maybe their hiring, maybe X is hiring, and you really like to get her in front of somebody every single day, and she's a good hirer. Let's give her some more time, money, and energy to deploy her skills and augment her role. Put her in a position where she can actually come in and make a bigger difference because she has more time and more energy. Very simple example, but this is where the possibilities become even grander. And I really encourage business owners to open their minds here, because imagine, what if we took the time, money, and energy saved by AI through taking the calls and maybe some bookkeeping, maybe some other automations, things like that with the plumbing business. Imagine if we could take Sally's time and we could teach her a new skill. Imagine if she could use that time and she could learn how to run the AI call bot or whatever it may be. Maybe you literally, because you are such a forward-thinking business owner, you think, okay, we have more time and energy from Sally. Let's actually give her these resources to learn this new skill, to learn this new information so that she can benefit my business more. Investing in your employees. That's what this is about. It's not about replacing, getting rid of them, and trying to find a way for AI to go in and put in plumbing. AI definitely can't do that. But you know what AI can do is open up that time, money, and energy. So that's where I want to start, is just give you an example of what a plumbing company could do to open up time, money, and energy. Whether this guy would or not, I can't really tell you, but let's keep going.
Forget it. Hey, your company needs some AI, right?
I'm a full-time student and I teach piano on the weekend.
Yes, bro, on that grind set. In 2 to 3 years, AI could be teaching the kids piano and you could own that AI.
What's this guy's problem?
Don't you idiots understand? The U.S. economy is being propped up by an AI tech bubble. Its implementation is overvalued. Companies like mine will crumble if you don't use AI as much as possible. Do you have an automatic...
Okay. Fantastic point here. Fantastic point. And this is where I agree big time. AI is in a bubble. It literally is in a bubble. And let me explain to you why. So when we talk about an industry or, just an industry that's in a bubble, right? Here's our bubble. Not a great bubble, but here it is. So what a bubble is, it can get bigger and bigger, and it's easily popped. It's easily just gone, right? So you can have a giant bubble and think, wow, this thing is huge and it's great and it's awesome. And you just pop it, it just goes poof. So when we talk about a bubble in AI, what we're referring to is the same things we talked about earlier. Money, time, and energy being spent and dumped into an industry that doesn't have enough foundation to overcome maybe economic changes or changes in technology or other things that just start to poke at it. Does it have a foundation? We don't want a bubble. We want a beach ball or a bowling ball, right? Something that is sturdy and can overcome some bumps. So AI is particularly going to be impacted by this because we see technology changes all the time. There's this or that tool, X tool, and then the next week, a week later, there's one that's better and it does it 10 times better simply because you've had a technology change and that company is now irrelevant or they have to come and they have to start adapting this technology, right? So when we talk about a bubble, AI is definitely in a bubble. There's a lot of money, time, and energy getting just dumped into it. It's what I like to call really what it is. It's a hype. It's a hype economy. That's what a bubble is. When something's about hype, when something's about how well you can market it, when something's about, I gotta get on this train before it leaves, and you're just always running after it, right? That is the potential for, not always, but the potential for a bubble. And the thing is, though, is that there's other industries that have been around for years and years, forever, that have experienced bubbles. Real estate, there's been real estate bubbles. We could take the dot-com bubble, right? Guess what? Both of these went through bubble periods, right? And they may go through them again, maybe real estate, possibly not dot-com, but really AI is just the next level of the dot-com bubble. Like it really is. But think about it. Even though we've had these bubbles, guess what? You still have a house. You still have apartment buildings. You still have short-term rentals. And even though we had the dot-com bubble, you still got websites and you still got the internet. So all of this stuff can still come out of the bubble. And what I argue and what I believe to be the case is that when you actually have a bubble, right? We've got our bubble here, okay? When you have a bubble and you come in and you pop it, what is actually left? The companies and organizations and people that are left are the ones that have had a foundation, a stronger foundation. And that foundation, I believe, we're going to call it E, is education. Now, it's not just, oh yeah, okay, like we go to school or I have an Ivy League degree. No, it's not that. It's not that at all. In fact, what it really is when we expand this education concept is it's three things. It's skills, tools. So imagine bubble pops from AI. All these companies that exist, right? They're selling services, they're running automations, they have this software, that software, right? And bubble pops. What's going to be left? Skills. There's going to be people who still have the skills to work with the AI to implement tools, right? To get this thing to turn into that thing, right? It's simple economics. I'm going to turn this thing into that thing with a little bit of labor, a little bit of extra, little something in here. I'm going to turn this tool into something that I can implement. So it's about implementation. So the implementation of tools. And then here's the kicker. Once you have skills and tools, you can create systems. Systems. These are the systems that stuck around. These are the systems that even after the bubble popped, stayed, right? These are the foundations of the houses that were still there after the housing bubble, right? These were the internet networks that were still connected and the servers that were still connected, even though all the .com companies didn't make it. There were still these things that were left, and they're based off of skills, tools, and systems, and the implementation of those tools, right? Yes, AI is in a bubble, but that doesn't mean that the industry's over or that it's bad or that you shouldn't get involved in it. In fact, it really goes to show that if you can build on these things, you'll survive the bubble. Don't base your business, don't base your decisions off of hype or off of fear. That is a real thing, and I've succumbed to it, and I've seen other business owners succumb to it in the past. So yeah, you get what I'm saying. I'm going to stop rambling, and let's jump into the rest of this video.
Do you have an automatic customer service chat box? Just call it AI and slap our company logo on there. Please
Go away.
Fine.
But if this bubble bursts and the economy collapses, you only have yourselves to blame. I, for one, am doing my part.
I love this. This is just so great. Man, Gen AI. Here's the thing. And I actually made a video about this. I'm going to pin it here in the comments for you and up at the top. But this is so true. Just going in and putting some AI stuff in your website or putting this or that AI tool into your company and calling it AI and saying you're keeping up with the times, and it falls flat. Customers, sometimes even investors, maybe not always investors, right? We're talking about the bubble, right? But the actual clients and the people who are a part of the business, they don't care that there's AI, right? They want to know what it actually does. What does the AI do that makes the business or the service better, or makes it better to work here or be at this company, right? And the companies that are just taking AI and just putting it in to say they use AI and just dipping their toe and not really understanding those fundamental skills, tools, implementation, those systems. It's like the restaurants that get paper straws and then call themselves sustainable, right? Oh, we have paper straws now. It's not gonna make a actual practical difference in the business for the customers. In fact, most people freaking hate paper straws. So at the end of the day, you cannot, as a business owner, completely pass on AI. I think that would be unwise. You can do it, but why, when you could have so much more time, money, and energy on your hands? Why would you pass on it? And you also don't just want to put it in there just to put it in there. You don't want to have systems that clog up what you're doing in a way that doesn't actually make your product more valuable, right? You don't want to go in, implement too much AI, or implement AI in the wrong places where it makes your business worse. It's not the way to do AI, and it's not the way to do business in general. And so that's why we at Infinite Growth, my company, what we do is we approach things from a very strategic point of view. We say, look, the foundation is education, which builds skills and tools. that can then be implemented, right? These immediate solutions, we call them quick wins. So your quickest wins. What are the quickest ways we can get you some wins with AI, save you time, money, and energy, augment the roles and the people you have, save you time, money, and energy, even if you're a plumbing company, right? There are ways to do it, even if they're small. And then from there, you can jump up to targeted solutions. Say, hey, we want to increase our sales. Hey, we want to make this funnel better, or we want to create better marketing materials, whatever it may be, right? You can start to target, and then you just go up from there. So for us, my biggest thing is I want business owners to know that you can implement AI in any kind of business, even if it's on a small level, and you have to start with these foundational levels of understanding what you actually need, right? You may not need a chatbot, you may not need an AI voice agent. You may not even want that, and that's okay. But there are ways that AI can be implemented into your business that are going to make it better, save you time, money, and energy, and help you really lock in the potential of your business, because a business is made of people. You lock in the potential of your people, and you make their roles better, you make them more productive, you make them happier being at your company. That is how you get those wins with AI. So if you want to learn more about implementing AI in your business in a way that makes your people better, that actually can overcome this bubble that is coming, you can talk to us. You can visit us on LinkedIn. You can schedule a call with me and my team. We'll do an audit and discuss a little bit about those foundational levels of education and possible quick wins for you. And really, if you just want to talk about the opportunities, I'm here for you, and I hope I'll see you soon.